Hi, I'm Paul. If you're watching this, then you're probably interested in coming to one of the saddle schools. Oftentimes when people ask about the class, they want to know what tools they can bring, and so this is just an easy way to show you some of the different tools that you would want. The most important thing is a good round knife. These two knives Scott Teschner made, and I just recommend you getting hold of Scott. This is the Rosebud. A Rosebud or a Standard would be a really excellent choice. Another knife that he makes is a Philadelphia shape, and this is also a nice knife to have on your bench, second to the first one. This third knife is an old rose that has been shaped down from something probably closer to this originally. And this small knife is really handy. So having for sure two knives, this Rosebud or a Standard, and then either one of these would be what you would need to come with, preferably something just a little smaller like this. After the round knives, the edgers are the next thing that you will want, and there's several different kinds that you will want. So this edger here in the shape of it is called a common or sometimes Concord edger. Common or Concord, it's the same kind. These are my favorite edgers. These are built by Herb French. You can get them either from Herb or from King Tools, and you would want as big as you could get, so a 6 down to a 2. So a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 2. You wouldn't need a 5. But again, that would be a common edger. Another variation of that is called the Bissonette. And this is a Bissonette edger. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's just a slightly different angle and a slightly different bit shape. These are nice. I prefer the common. I use this on straighter work as opposed to anything that has any curvature. But again, this style edger is called a Bissonette. This is called a French edger. This is one from King Tools, and this is a number 7, and you will want for sure a number 7 French edger. And this is a really good tool from King Tools. I have these older French edgers that are smaller in width, and you would want those maybe as you go along, but for the purposes of the school, a number 7 would get you started. And then a round bottom edger you wouldn't need, but this is the shape of it. This is an old one. This is an old Gomp, and this has got just a different shape bit to it than what these French edgers and common edgers have, and you can get those from King Tools as well. This would be their version of the round bottom edger, and these are really easy to sharpen from King Tools. Then the other tool that you would want would be what's called a tickler. This is an older style tickler, and I prefer a big one and a small one. So for getting in different places that you would see at the schools, both of these will come in handy. So this is a big tickler and a small tickler, and you can get those from Sarah Hagel. And then on the bench here is a pair of candle pliers. You would want a pair of those. A set of dividers. These are machinist dividers, and these are also something that you would want to come with. A saddler's hammer. This is called a saddler's hammer. Having this nice tapered fin is important for shaping skirts, so you'd want a saddler's hammer, and also you would want a cobbler's hammer. And the face of this needs to be very smooth. It's one thing that you're looking for in a nice cobbler's hammer. The other thing that is much easier to show than describe are what's called these heel shapes. And you have different sizes of these. So you would have, I have an 8 and then a 7 here, and then this is about a 4 and then a 2. If you can get a deep one, this being deep, the shape of that would indicate the depth as opposed to a very flat or a shallow number 2. If you could get a 7 and a 4 or 5 and then the 2, those are the best ones to get. Sometimes I have a few on hand like these right here that I just pick up and get cleaned up for folks. Sometimes I have those around. If not, you can check with Sarah and she can get you some of those. Another thing that you want is a straight knife. A fillet knife works really good. These are just cheap ones. Walmart has them, and they're just really flexible and they're good for getting in places. This one has of course been used for well over 20 years, and so there's not a lot of blade left, but that is really handy. And then another straight knife, Scott makes these as well, and these have less flex to them, and they're also handy. But getting a fillet knife, a straight knife of some kind, is going to be something that you would want on your bench. And all good hand sewing, all Herb makes a nice one, or King Tools. The number 4 from King Tools is what most people get, and that I would recommend getting. This other tool is called a safety skiver. You can get this from Weaver Leather or Montana Leather. This is an Osborne one. They're a little better. They last a little longer, and what they are is a disposable skiver. So you have a little blade, little razor blade rather, that you would stick in there, one of these replacements. And these are handy for doing certain skives and also doing a little groundwork with them. So a safety skiver. I think that's it. If there's more that you're interested in getting, that's fantastic, but this is a nice basic set of tools to get you started. Thank you.